This is our drapery drawing practice. So you're going to need typical charcoal supplies, pencil, bind charcoal, compressed charcoal, eraser, kneaded eraser, blender, paper towel, possibly a sharpener. So when you start, you will have your own little square of paper. You want to block in and sight the angles. So I'm looking at my reference. I'm using my pencil and I'm sighting out the angles and getting them correct. If there was some negative space around the drapery, I could also block in any of the negative space around it. So I'm just lightly giving myself an outline, looking at the overall big shapes. Remember, when you start, you're not going to jump into details, but what are the big overarching lines, shapes that I see, shapes of the shadows, shapes of the highlights. So I'm kind of just giving myself a nice outline before I start shading. Once I get my outline where I want it, then I'm going to go back in and start blending. So also notice I have not touched the compressed charcoal yet. So I'm still using the vine charcoal. And now I'm going to kind of figure out, okay, there's that big shadow shape there. There's a little bit of mid-tone shadows here. And I'm going to go around my drawing and kind of fill in there where I see some bigger shapes. So I'm still sketching at this point. Alright, so I'm softly blending with a paper towel. I got my overall kind of big shapes. I got things kind of sketched in the way I want. So now I'm going to start going in really lightly with a charcoal pencil to get that really crisp kind of edge. And I'm going to start building up my shadow areas. Alright, so as I start doing that, I'm going to start blending a little, kind of going back and forth, blending, adding details, and just building up the values that I see. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit for you, but this is about how fast I go in real time. This drawing took me about 23 minutes to do. Also, just want you to notice in here how I go in and use my eraser also to erase out the highlights. I don't really use white in this because I just didn't want to. So you don't have to use the white. I like to let the white of the paper be my highlight as well. But I kind of go back and forth with my gum eraser to kind of carve out highlights. Alright guys, so I'm just putting some finishing touches on there, erasing out with my kneaded eraser, cleaning up my lines, and there you go. Make sure you have me spray it with some fixative before you're done so it won't get all smeary. And I know you did a great job. Good job.